Anyone who's been following my work for a while now, you know I have a tendency to start a video series and then just disappear completely. This time there are a couple of reasons for that. If you read the description of the last video, the breakdown of Rebirth, I was not satisfied with the quality of the video at all. Since the beginning I've been using my phone, which is not an ideal recording device for voice and guitar at the same time. And when I was making the video for Dreamer earlier this week, I had this elaborate setup where I mic'd my guitar separately. Unfortunately, my phone has this tendency to crash while it's recording. I actually lost a good portion of the guitar solo for that video. So finally I went and bought an actual camera, and this is going to be the test drive for that. So hopefully there will be no more issues, and I might actually look forward to recording videos again because it won't be such a pain in the ass. Anyway, it's April. In 2 months, it'll be 1 year since the release of the last album, Return. This is the longest stretch that I've gone without releasing any new material, but you can see from the title of this video, there are a couple things coming up. Right now, I'm in the middle of recording and mixing a Non-Apathy album. Just like Serpent, this is a collection of material that never quite fit the Apathy sound that I'm trying to achieve, so I'm going to release it under my own name as sort of a side album. Where Serpent was mostly progressively influenced, Asan especially was a big influence on that album. The coming album is going to be based more on my extreme metal influences in general, mainly bands like Slayer, Carcass, also a lot from the local scene here in Richmond, which includes some hardcore and bands like Inner Arma, which is just some great stuff. My own motivation for doing this album was the song Layer and how much fun I had writing it. It's one of the few songs that has actual riffs and not just tremolo pick stuff. When Return was finished, I essentially had cleared out this backlog of material, so I got to have a fresh new start, and instead of going directly into another black metal album, which probably would have ended up sounding like Return Part 2, which is not something that I want to do, it felt like the right time to explore more riff writing and to play around with more complex arrangements. So that's where this album comes from. There are 4 songs. Each song is based on a distinct style of extreme metal, so it's thrash, speed, kind of melodic death metal, and so on. There are multiple sections, big riffs, guitar solos. It's an all-out heavy metal album. I can't give any more details right now, but it's not far off from being done. I don't expect this to take longer than the end of May before it's released. There's going to be more stuff over the next couple of weeks as I do final takes and finish up on the mixing. The Rebirth Breakdown series is predictably going to go on hold for now. Of course, I never just write one thing at a time. I'm always working on multiple different songs, multiple different sounds, and work them into an album that has a single theme. At this point, there's definitely enough material coming together that I think there should be a second album coming out near the end of this year. I'd say it's about halfway through the writing process, although I definitely don't want to rush this one, so I'm not going to put limits on when exactly it should be ready. This is going to be a concept album. I've been pretty consistent in alternating between one and the other, but honestly, at this point, I probably enjoyed writing concept albums more. I think there's a lot more storytelling potential there. And of course, the experience of writing this first coming album is definitely going to leach over to the future album, so you can expect more things like riffs and a wider variety of song structures into the melodic black metal sound that I incorporate in Apathy. And that's what 2017 is going to look like for me. There's definitely going to be some material coming out, and very different material, so keep on the lookout for that.